Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mayor Heidi Hertzberg of the City of Deltona. I'm up here at Providence Boulevard at City Hall, and we are here today to give you an update on Hurricane Ian. With me this afternoon, I have Chief Snyder, I have Deputy Public Works Director Phyllis Wallace, and I have Deputy Utilities Director Glenn Whitcomb. Chief Snyder is going to begin and give us an update from an EOC perspective and from emergency management. Behind me with these three individuals, you can be rest assured that the City of Deltona has experience not only in hurricanes but in all sorts of other disasters that we hope never come here again. But we have a very seasoned staff, and we were going to go ahead and talk about each different department, what's going on, what the city's doing, and what the residents can do, and who you can contact. I'm going to just begin by making a note that and letting everyone know that school closings and shelter openings, closings of the schools, should that occur, and openings of any emergency shelter are under the jurisdiction of Volusia County. Volusia County will go ahead and let everyone know if and when that should occur, and the City of Deltona falls under their purview. So right now we're going to start with Chief Snyder to give us an update on Hurricane Ian and what the city's doing. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. So just a slight update on the hurricane itself. Hurricane Ian is moving northwest at 13 miles an hour across the Caribbean Sea at a maximum sustained winds of 80 miles an hour. As it passes Cuba and enters into the northwest part of the Caribbean, it is forecasted to become a major hurricane and move across the waters west of the Florida Keys and towards the Florida lower Big Bend area by Wednesday or sometime Thursday night. This hurricane has a very large wind field, so the projected landfalls of Wednesday and Thursday, keep in mind those are the center of the storm, so we will have winds before that, before the actual landfall of the storm. There's still a lot of uncertainty in the forecast, and just remember that any small changes in the track or intensity of the storm or the forecast can result in big differences in the potential impacts of the storm itself. Right now it is moving at about 13 miles an hour, as I said earlier, but it is forecasted to slow as it gets more towards land. Could slow down to as little as 5 miles an hour, which means that the storm will dump a lot more rain on the area, and potential flooding could be an issue. We're also on the upper right side of the storm, which is generally called the dirty part of the storm, and that area of the storm tends to produce tornadoes from the effects of the hurricane itself. Generally, the tornadoes are not large in strength, but they do occur more often in that area of the storm. So when can we start feeling effects of the storm here in Central Florida? Right now we're expected to as the track is now, we're only expected to get tropical storm force winds, and those winds should be sometime in the area, sometime Wednesday afternoon to Thursday, or Wednesday afternoon to Thursday, or Wednesday evening, sorry. Now again, if the storm slows, that could slow it down, and we could see the impacts sometime around Thursday. Some of the things to keep in mind, some of the disaster things that you need to have on hand for you is make sure that you have at least 2 weeks of medication in case the storm does come here. Make sure you've got batteries and flashlights. Make sure that you have a weather radio. Make sure that you have some cash on hand. Make sure you've got cell phone chargers, and try to have some kind of books or board games or something, or some type of activities for the children. As far as food and water, please, you need at least 7 days of non-perishable food. You need at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for that 7 days. You need a non-electric can opener. And then just the basics to have on hand as far as like paper plates, napkins, utensils, things like that. Also, don't forget about your pets. Pet food, again, for at least for 7 days. Make sure you got your medical records and stuff like that, not only for yourself, but for your pets. Make sure that you have some sort of a carrier or something like that to keep your pet contained if necessary, and also a leash for your dogs. Also, don't forget food and water for your animals, water bowls. Don't forget their medications. And if you have service animals, make sure you have all the supplies necessary to take care of your service animal. And with that, I will turn it back over to the mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Snyder. Next, we'll have Deputy Utilities Director Glenn Whitcomb. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief Snyder. Very good job. I'm here today to talk a little bit about the hurricane prep that we've been doing in Public Works and Deltona Water. Since last week, when we saw we may have a possible storm coming, we started putting out generators at the lift stations. We checked our generator operations at our water plants, make sure all the fuel levels were full. We ordered fuel to top them off just to be sure, just in case. We picked up items that were loose in the area that needed to be secured. We've dealt with our employees, talked to our employees, about the storm and the seriousness of the storm. All weekend long, Chief Snyder was sending us updates, so we were forwarding them out, Phyllis and I were, making sure that the employees were aware of what we were doing, what we needed to do as far as the storm track goes. So rest assured that Public Works and Deltona Water will work together as a team to make sure that we cover everything in the city. So with that, Mayor.
Thank you, Glenn. Now we'll have Deputy Public Works Director Phyllis Wallace to go ahead and give us an update. Thanks, Phyllis.
Thank you, Mayor, Chief Schneider, Deputy Whitcomb. Just quickly, the sandbag operations were open Saturday and Sunday. We opened again this morning it'll be open till 5 o'clock this afternoon. We are gonna remain open tomorrow from 8 to 5, 10 sandbags per household, pardon me. And we highly recommend you bring a shovel and also bring a partner to help you fill these bags. Any of our residents that are disabled or find themselves unable to fill bags, we do have sandbags filled, and we will try to accommodate as many of those as we can. Stormwater has taken a proactive approach out looking at all of our systems, cleaning grates. If you find something that you believe needs some special attention, if you would reach out to Public Works at 386-878-8950. Leave a message if somebody does not answer, and we will try to get out to those areas before the storm hits. Water is going to be our biggest enemy here. As the chief stated, if we get some heavy rains, we've already been inundated with rain for the last 30 days, and we're still battling those impacts. Public Works Engineering is working closely with the building department to make sure that we have reached out to all of our builders, both single-family home builders on infill lots, as well as our commercial developments, to make sure they are taking proactive action to safe and secure their sites up so that we don't have flying debris or that staff is not pulled in to try to take care of somebody else's issue at their site. And just so that everybody knows, on Saturday and Sunday, our bag total, we distributed 12,065 bags. We have plenty more to hand out, both for filling yourself as well as for those that are in need for help if they're disabled. And other than that, I have nothing more.
Thank you. So as everyone can see, the city of Deltona, with the team that I have behind me and all of the staff that have been working so hard, we are really working hard to mitigate what we can before we get this storm. No one knows when it's going to come, if we're going to even get a lot of wind, rain, but guaranteed we will get something. And just remember, your efforts are not in vain. If you need sandbags, get them now. You don't know what other kind of rain event we could have in the next few months or even in the next year. Also, if you have garbage pickup in the next couple of days, please make sure that you put your solid waste out to be picked up. For those of you that have pickup Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you should be okay. We haven't heard anything from our provider, Waste Pro, yet. But if anything comes down that they're not able to pick that up, we will let let you know as well. But please make sure that you have any loose tree limbs, anything that you have out there, signs, wood, please either put it in for your trash or take it in and secure it. Secure your lawn furniture, your planters, and please bring your pets in. If you have outdoor animals, please bring them in when you see the storm event coming. So thank you, everyone. You've got the number for Public Works to see if you have any issues in the city. We've received some questions about what's going to happen in low-lying areas, and as you can see, Public Works, Stormwater, Deltona Water, the utilities are working throughout the city to mitigate everything. We will go ahead and do another update as soon as we hear more, and anything that comes up to impact the city of Deltona, we'll do another update. Right now, regarding a state of emergency, the governor has declared a state of emergency for all of Florida, all the counties, and the next step is for Volusia County to do that. And when we fall under the umbrella of Volusia County, so when they decide to do a state of emergency, when it becomes impactful here, we will also follow suit. But again, school closings, the initial state of emergency, and shelters all fall under the purview of Volusia County. Volusia County also has a phone number set up. They have a web page set up. If you live in the unincorporated portions of Volusia County, they are also distributing sandbags out on Indian Lake Road in Daytona area and down in Osteen at their Public Works Depot as well. So thank you very much, everyone. And I will give you these numbers one more time. So for the county, it is 866-345-0345. And that is if you live in unincorporated areas of Volusia County, or you have land there or know someone that needs that number. It's 866-345-0345. And Deltona's number, if you have any concerns, questions, please give us a call, 386-878-8700. Once again, 878-8700, and that's the City Hall number. So we thank you very much for listening. Please don't hesitate to call your city if you have any concerns, questions, and we will be back to do another update as soon as things become more impactful, and we need to do that. So thank you very much, and stay safe.